Hello FPL managers and welcome back for another video. My name's Jack and today we're discussing our transfer plans coming into Game Week 26 as there is lots to talk about in way of targeting players with upcoming double game weeks. If you guys are enjoying the FPL videos, drop a like and subscribe as it does support the channel, and to not miss any future videos and stay up to date with all the content regarding double game weeks, blank game weeks in the future, make sure you have the notification bell turned on. And with that being said, let's jump into the video. So in today's video, we're going to look at how the team has got on so far in Game Week 25, discuss some weak points in the team, and then have a look at some suggested transfer replacements. These are a couple of players that we're looking to bring into the squads for coming game weeks. So let's just have a look at the team so far. Good to have the double Arsenal defense with both Ramsdale and White picking up the clean sheet there. We did stick with a double Arsenal defence through our Game Week 22 wildcard up until now. Hadn't quite paid the dividends up until this week, where it was nice to see Ramsdale and White combined for 13 points. Plus, they've still got that second fixture against Everton, which is another great chance for a clean sheet for Arsenal. So really hopeful for back-to-back clean sheets for each of these players. And hopefully Ben White does get a start again instead of Tomiyasu coming on or playing ahead of Ben White in this fixture. Unfortunately and very disappointingly, Man City couldn't get themselves a clean sheet away to Bournemouth. Bournemouth hardly had any chances in this game, but did convert their one big chance that they got. And also, Akanji picked himself up a yellow card as well, so that really added to the frustration. It really seemed like Man City should have locked in this clean sheet, and since their defensive form has been so poor recently, I am looking to get at those Man City assets, especially Akanji is a rotation risk as well. Bueno also failed to keep a clean sheet away to Fulham. Wolves quite unlucky not to get a clean sheet in this game, just considering how good that Fulham goal was from Solomon. A great goal from the edge of the box, curled into the far corner. Next up for Wolves is a fixture against Liverpool away, which is definitely a tough one from a defensive perspective. Don't really expect too much from Bueno in this fixture, and he may even get rotated as well for Wolves, so not really too hopeful for Bueno in this second fixture here. And we did go for Andreas as our starting play here over Badiashile. It did work out as Andreas did get one more point than Badiashile, but still blank with just the 1 point for Fulham, as Andreas really couldn't get too involved in this game, didn't create too many chances or get too many big chances either. Also in the midfield, Mo Salah blank with 3 points, doubled up to 6. Was a bit of a relief to also see Saka blank with 3 points, as he was another popular captain choice, but the most popular captain, Erling Haaland, did put up 10 points. So I am going to need Salah to provide some returns against Wolves in his second fixture of the double game week. And I think especially playing at Anfield, Salah does typically do quite well at home. So if he can get a goal in this game, it will be very well welcomed, especially since Saka does have a great fixture of Everton at home as well. I'm going to need Salah to try and at least match Saka for points to avoid a bigger red arrow than it is so far. Mahrez also blank with 1 point. He came off the bench for 18 minutes, just got the 1 point there. Odegaard also blank with 3, and it was good to see up top both Haaland and Watkins provide returns, especially Ollie Watkins. He was the new signing to the team, converted for the 5th consecutive game week. Got himself a goal from the penalty spot, which was nice to see. Unfortunate not to get any bonus points. Was very close to picking up some bonus, but not to be the case. But overall, very happy that we did bring in Watkins to the side, and considering that we still have quite a few players to play in their second fixture of the double game week, I would expect a green arrow for Game Week 25. So despite it not being the best week so far, with 40 points after our -4, we can still take a green arrow this week. So after looking at the team, let's have a look at some potential transfer replacements. The first one here is Riyad Mahrez out of the side. There's just too much rotation in that Manchester City team right now with the busy fixture schedule. Both Akanji and Mahrez are players that I'm looking to get rid of, but especially Mahrez this week, as I'm really keen to get in one of these Brighton lads in March or Matoma for their fixture against West Ham at home. I think having these Brighton players at this home fixture could be a great way to capitalise on returns not only this week, but plan the team ahead for double game week 27 and double game week 29, which Brighton do partake in both these double game weeks and have very good double game weeks in each of these two game weeks in 27 and 29. My favourite pick would probably be Solly March. He's coming in at 5.1, which is a little bit cheaper than Matoma at 5.3, and he does have better underlying numbers as well. He's also got a slightly less ownership of just 5.7, so a bit more differential. Could see a higher rank rise if he does perform quite well here. He's got 5 goals and 6 assists this season, and when you compare his XG and XA to Matoma, it is night and day. Pretty much doubles him for both expected goals and expected assists, March to Matoma, and he's got 5.72 XG, 5.45 XA, which is a lot higher than Matoma's 2.68 and 2.45. He's also got high predicted points this week with 4.6 and high predicted points across the next 6 fixtures. So for me, March is the better of the two options between him and Matoma, and he's definitely a player that I'm looking to get in for Riyad Mahrez. Not only do I think March is a better option, he also frees up a lot more money as well, as we can nearly save around 2.5 to 2.6 million by just getting March in for Mahrez, and I do think March will outscore Mahrez over the next 6 game weeks, especially considering how many doubles Brighton have. I think it's going to be good to have at least one Brighton asset in for their double game weeks. Also, as far as the Kanji replacements go, he's another Man City asset and looking to move on. He's probably going to be replaced for another Brighton defender or Brentford defender. Ben Mee or Rico Henry look like good picks from that Brentford defence. Probably the two most attacking assets in terms of assets that have the highest expected goals and assists so far this season. And in terms of Brighton replacements, Dunk or Stupinan could be good picks as well. I'm probably leaning towards a Stupinan playing in a fullback position. He is getting pretty far forward and has picked up quite a few assists, especially in recent game weeks as well. So I do like a Stupinan at 4.7. He could be a great way to capitalise on some double game weeks there. Otherwise, Bowen, another potential replacement here for Riyad Mahrez. He is a little bit more expensive. Potentially not the move that I'm going to be looking to make in replacement of Mahrez, but Bowen could be a player that we look to get in later down the line. He is coming off an assist last week and has been in pretty good form recently for West Ham, alternating returns for the last 9 game weeks for them. So definitely not been in the worst touch, and he does have the highest XG out of any of these 3 replacements here with 6.88, which does rank towards the top amongst midfielders so far this season. His 5 assists also do rank towards the top amongst midfielders in general and FPL so far. So Bowen are potentially a player that we look to get into the team later on down the line, but I do really like March as my main replacement for Riyad Mahrez here. So let's have a look at another player in our team that we are having a look at replacing or having a think about replacing outside of Akanji. We did discuss Akanji last week and his potential replacements, but a player that I'm really looking to get at in the near future is Patrick Bamford. We did bring him in originally for Leeds double game week, which was looking quite promising with Nottingham Forest and Manchester United. Bamford was able to provide an assist in this game week, but really hasn't done anything since then. And I think Ivan Toney was another player that we're looking to have in on our wild card. We opted to go for Bamford just because he had that double game week, and he did score a similar amount of points to Toney from that double game week in 22 up until now. But I think now is the right time to switch back to Ivan Toney, as he does have that great fixture in game week 26 of Fulham at home. And the good thing with Brentford is they have this good fixture against Fulham this week. Then they can double in game week 27, double again in game week 29, and have a really good chance of avoiding a blank in game week 32. So having Brentford assets could be the way forward. And I think Toney is the best Brentford asset right now, just ahead of their other defensive options and Ben Mee. Also, Raya in goals for Brentford could be a nice pick, and of course Rico Henry, as we previously touched on. But for me, Toney, their main goal scorer, he's put up 14 goals and 3 assists this season, and he's got a really good XG figure of 14.42, which does rank in the top 3 of all players so far this season in FPL. He's also got a pretty good expected assist at a 3.48, which does rank in the top 5 as far as forwards go this season in XA. He's got great predicted points for game week 26 of 5.6, and according to Fantasy Football Fix, Toney actually has the highest predicted points out of any player in FPL from now until the next 6 game weeks. So I think Toney, a player that I'm really looking to get into the teams, especially ahead of a good fixture of Fulham in game week 26. Toney could be a great replacement for Bamford, and a really good upgrade as well. It should be very, very affordable, especially since we already have money in the bank. Plus, if we do that Mahrez down to March move, we'll have lots of money in the bank to not only upgrade Bamford to Toney, but also look to potentially swap out Akanji later on, whether we want to go up to a Liverpool defender or swap Akanji to either a Brentford or Brighton defender. We have those options available to us, plus have more money in the bank if we do want to make other upgrades in the team. Speaking of a bigger upgrade though, we could potentially go up to Darwin Núñez. Yes, he got rested in the most recent Liverpool game. It may be that shoulder injury still niggling him a little bit, but hopefully he's good to go for game week 26 against Manchester United. I still wouldn't necessarily bring him in for this week, for game week 26, should I say, just because United isn't the easiest fixture. Maybe game week 27 and onwards, we could look to bring in those Liverpool assets. And Darwin Núñez, when he's in his best form scoring goals, he does get lots of chances, obviously, as his XG is nearly sitting at 10 right now, despite just scoring the 6 goals. It just shows that he's getting into some good positions, but not quite converting his chances. It was actually interesting to see he does have the second highest expected assists out of any forward in FPL with 4.35. So not only is he getting good chances, but he's creating good chances for his teammates as well. So you just think once he starts getting goals and assists with Liverpool's good fixtures, plus a double game week for Liverpool in 29 coming up, he could be a good option to consider. But right now, Tony is one that I just do slightly prefer over Núñez, just because he's cheaper, more reliable in front of goal, and with 2 double game weeks coming up in the near future, I do really like Ivan Toney. And Nketiah, another forward option worthwhile discussing, hasn't been in the best form recently in terms of FPL returns. Didn't play or didn't get the start in the most recent Arsenal fixture, but I would assume that he's going to be getting back to that starting lineup for Arsenal fairly shortly. And with Bournemouth at home in game week 26, could be a good short-term punt as well on Eddie Nketiah. Despite Arsenal not having any double game weeks, they have very, very good single game week fixtures. So Nketiah is still one to keep an eye on, but for me, Toney is my main replacement that I'm going to want to get in for Patrick Bamford. I just have to watch out for the yellow card situation with Toney, whether he gets suspended. If he gets 2 more yellow cards, that is going to be a big headache for the team. But for me, still, Toney, my favourite front runner for a Bamford replacement, and March, probably my favourite replacement as well for Mahrez at the minute. And we are most likely going to look to make at least one, if not 2 of these transfers this game. We can potentially take a -4 coming into game week 26, just considering that Brighton face West Ham at home, which is a pretty good fixture, and Brentford also with a great fixture of Fulham at home. Could be worth taking the -4 this week, capitalise on these good fixtures in 26, and not have to worry too much about having to make more transfers ahead of double game week 27, potentially not take any hits ahead of game week 27 if we just make the one move of a Kanji to either a Liverpool, Brighton or Brentford defender. Thanks for watching today's transfer plans video for game week 26. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, drop a like and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. Make sure you guys stay up to date with all the future FPL videos by clicking the notification bell as well. There's going to be lots more content regarding blanks and double game weeks coming up shortly in FPL, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.